welcome to the Daily 5 at Noonish, your favorite 5-ish minute SLA update. I'm your host, Jasmine Hearn.
And I'm Zeke Samoy.
Today is Friday, September 9th, and our Milestone Luncheon.
It's not unusual to be.
And speaking of, shouldn't we already be heading over there?
No, Jasmine, I actually see you. Yep, you're right over there. See yourself? Sitting next to Angela and Tristan?
Oh yeah. And you're sitting next to Ben and James?
Oh, yep. Looks like I am. Hey guys. Oh, it looks like they're giving me a pat on the back to show what a good job I've been doing. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a special day. So what do we have in store for today's episode?
Well, Jasmine, since the Milestone Luncheon is a favorite SLA tradition, I thought we could honor it and carry on with another favorite daily 5 at 10 tradition. It's Friday's Top 5.
So in honor of our Milestone Luncheon, today's top 5 category is our top 5 favorite things about this year's Milestone Luncheon.
Starting with number 5, we get to watch ourselves live. This must be everyone's dream come true, watching a video of yourself in front of 100 other people.
Number 4, our Milestone Luncheon embodies our vision statement. Along with the SLA functioning as an ally to the public, a resource to the industry, and an asset to its members, the SLA will always be a great place to work for its employees. And this year's Milestone Luncheon, which brings us all together in one place, is just one of the many ways we bring that vision statement to life. Speaking of bringing us all together,
Number 3, it's in person. The last time we had our Milestone Luncheon in person was 2019. Let that sink in. That was so long ago. In 2019, I think the #1 song on the radio was Bye 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 by NSYNC. Oh, and this guy, he was just a kid. And as nice as it is to chat with everyone over Teams, nothing beats seeing everyone face to face.
now for our last 2 favorite things about this year's Milestone Luncheon.
Surely it has to be our celebrants, right?
Of course, but there were way too many things we admire about our Milestone Slayers. That's why we enlisted the help of some very important board members.
Our last 2 favorite things about this year's Milestone Luncheon will be a 2-for-1 Slay Special. A message each from our past board chair, Terry Moran, and our current board chair, Janet Beaver.
So please bring your hands together for our first message from our past board chair, Terry Moran.
Hello, everyone. Well, time certainly flies, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to recognize Ben today. I think I have worked with Ben over most of his time at the SLA, either as a committee member, on the board, and most certainly very closely over the last few years as chair and now past chair. He has become someone I have grown to admire and respect for his wisdom, caring nature, and leadership. The vision of the SLA is to be a modern, credible leader in the surplus lines industry. Here are a couple of milestones under Ben's leadership I want to recognize today. The organization has grown by an additional 80 talented individuals since 2012. Transactions have almost doubled from 471,000 to 920,000. Processed premium has grown 3.5 times to $16.5 billion. Not to mention the large number of individuals you have provided training for across the industry in both increasing knowledge and providing much needed continuing education courses. I'm also looking forward to season 2 of the Daily 5 at 10. The organization had to do a huge pivot in light of the pandemic, and it was done with professionalism and grace. It was a particularly challenging time, and Ben and the organization rose to the occasion. I wish I could be there personally to recognize Ben on his terrific 10 years at the SLA. Congratulations to all of the milestone recipients. You are all part of a truly great organization and industry that values collaboration and individual accomplishments. Thank you all for all that you have done. Before I forget, I also want to wish Ben a happy 35th birthday next week. He can't be older than that because I'm only 39 and I'm older than he is. Happy birthday, Ben, and again, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Terry, for that great message and sharing about your time working with our CEO, Ben McKay. And finally, we have a message from our current board chair, Janet Beaver.
Hello, everybody. I'm Janet Beaver, the chair of the SLA Board of Directors, coming to you not live from my home office and gym. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today due to some scheduling conflicts, but I could not let this day pass without congratulating everybody celebrating a milestone anniversary today. To all of you who are working every day to foster a healthy, fair, and competitive marketplace, thank you. The board and I truly appreciate all the great work you do. In particular, I want to say a few words about Ben, who is also celebrating a milestone. He's led the SLA for 10 years now. He also has a birthday coming up soon as well. So happy birthday, Ben. Over my career, I've met a lot of CEOs and company presidents, And without any doubt, he's by far one of the best. It has been a true pleasure to work around him and now work directly with him. When Ben came to the SLA, the board leadership had a clear mission for him. They wanted him to make the SLA of California the undisputed leader of the SLA universe. I know you didn't think there was a universe, but there is. As the largest of all the SLAs, California should be the leader. And in his 10 years here, he has led the way as the SLA of California has taken its rightful place at the head of the pack. He has transformed the SLA into a modern, credible leader that members, legislators, regulators, and other industry leaders listen to and respect. I believe the SLA's culture has been the key to its success. Ben talks a lot about culture, but he does more than talk about it. He also walks the walk. He's led the way to make the SLA a great place to work for all its employees, rewarding team members who do a great job, providing educational opportunities for anyone on staff who wants to learn, and looking after the health and well-being of his team, particularly during an ongoing pandemic. I can tell you that the SLA is a brighter, more inclusive, happier, and more productive place to work, and Ben has curated a lot of it. The culture of any organization doesn't just happen organically. For better or for worse, and intentionally or not, an organization's leadership creates its culture. You can't just hope it improves. You have to be intentional about it. And Ben and his leadership team have been very intentional about creating a great culture. He's fond of quoting Peter Drucker, who said, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast every day." I'm going to pause here for a giggle because I know you've all heard that pretty frequently. That's exactly right. Without the right culture, companies falter. With the right culture, they soar, and there is no doubt that the SLA is soaring now. This is by no means at a cost to the strategy. That is clear. When the pandemic shut down the world, the SLA kept humming along, hardly missing a beat. And to use a Benism, and implementing the 3 caribou after years of hunting down all the pesky rabbits to be herded. Ben is the epitome of steady leadership. Even when times have been challenging, he's kept an even keel and has remained upbeat and inspirational. He is a true joy to work with, and he is always thinking, innovating, and imagining new ways to serve our members and our industry. He's like a human encyclopedia and thesaurus who can convey brilliant ideas off the top of his head. And I like to be around him as often as I can because I'm hoping that some of it will rub off and that one day I won't have to read a script to talk about this like a Ben. To Ben and to everyone celebrating a milestone today, congratulations and thank you. You've made the SLA and the entire California surplus lines industry better.
A massive thank you to both Terry and Janet for their wonderful messages. It's pretty neat how the board leaders of the SLA take the time to acknowledge how far we've come as an association and recognize our company culture. This truly is a great place to work.
I couldn't agree more. And I also couldn't have said it better, even if I tried. Now, we have some very quick announcements.
Which means it must be time for...
What's going on in the SLA?
Our Milestone Luncheon is happening right now. We hope you're all enjoying the delicious food and having a great time with your fellow coworkers. At the Bridges Golf Club from now until 1 p.m. in the Garden Pavilion Room.
Our annual SLA basketball and volleyball games are coming up on Friday, September 16th from 5 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. at the NorCal Courts, located at 360 Ferry Street in Martinez, California. Please be on the lookout for more details.
And sports!
If you happen to miss this past Wednesday's episode, we aired a new segment starring our very own Ed Durant and Eric Walcott about our SLA NFL football bowl. It's called
Last Minute. Next Wednesday will be the announcement of our Week 1 winner. But to get you excited for this Every Given Wednesday segment, we have a little problem for you guys. Ed, will you mind rolling your clip?
We are all destined for greatness. We all have the power to gaze upon the complexities of the universe, to manipulate time and matter, to stare directly into the furnaces of fate. We all have the power to become great. But it all begins with a choice. Which teams will you choose for the weekly SLA NFL football pool? This is Last Minute with Edward Durant and Eric Walcott. Every given Wednesday.
Now, as we wrap up today's episode, no Daily 5 at 10 show would be complete without Gifts! It's time for the Daily Gift Away.
So, Jazz, Milestone Luncheon, what's today's National Day?
Well, today's National Day is Teddy Bear Day.
Oh, did you say Eddie Bear Day?
Yes, fun fact of the day, teddy bears, or Eddie Bears, became popular because President Theodore Roosevelt refused to shoot a bear cub while hunting in Mississippi. And a cartoon of this was published and the caricature became a classic.
Oh, well, I actually have a fun fact about your fun fact. Did you know that our VP of Public Affairs, Clifton Brown, regularly attends the Gathering of the Teddies in Medora, North Dakota? So every year, they have Theodore Roosevelt reenactors come from all over the country and perform in Medora. Clifton was even a featured speaker in 2021.
Wow, looks like a fun event.
It was. I mean, it does seem like a fun event. This event is extremely fitting, especially because today's winner will receive a $25 Visa gift card, the exact amount of this children's Theodore Roosevelt costume. So, shall we pick a winner?
Yes, we shall.
All right. Today's winner is Grace Wong Sing. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Grace. Into the winner's jar you go. And don't forget to email us at 5of10@slaycow.com to claim your prize, or if you have any comments or questions about the show.
And that'll do it from us here at the Daily 5 of 10.
Placing your daily work lunch break, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Zeke. Thank you and good night.
Wait, we forgot to mention one important thing on the Daily 5 today.
What?
We have some work anniversaries to celebrate.
Shoot, you're right. But don't you think they deserve a bigger celebration?
I guess you're right, since it is milestone anniversaries.
Well, with that being said, it is our pleasure to introduce our two MCs for this event, David Kodama Jr. and Mike Cattaragli. David, Mike, take it away.